unbeatable, I'm unbeatable, I'm unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. Couple minutes on the score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stop, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
It's the final game of the final day of the regular season here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, and it's an absolute cracker. League leading London Lions travel to face the Knicks Nation in Cheshire for a rerun of that epic trophy final where the Cheshire Phoenix took the spoils. Could this be a potential finals preview? Here with all the answers and more is Dan Routledge and Ant Rowe.
Thank you very much, Jeanette. Well, they can't meet before the final. They're not underdogs. They're top dogs, the Knicks Nation. Cheshire Phoenix, this is why they won that trophy final against the London Lions. And they meet here in the final game of the regular season. It should be 1v2, although a 92-point London win, you never know. Caledonia have a chance. I won't get you to break that down. But a little revenge maybe for London?
I think so. Top dogs, underdogs, however you want to title the Cheshire Phoenix, I can clarify they're a bunch of dogs, and I mean that in the most complimentary way. They're a fearless bunch of guys that upset the British basketball world in the trophy final.
Well, let's have a look at the starting fives for today's game. Still no E.J. Stevens for the Cheshire Phoenix, so they will continue with this starting five. There's a lot of weapons there. They can get you from all different angles, as they have been doing all season long. At the other end of the floor, still no Dante Grantham, no Luke Nelson either for the London Lions, but other than that, they are at full strength. They have so much firepower. Connor Morgan continuing in the starting five. Well, we always look at a couple of players before the game. You've gone for Cam Christian today, and why did you pick him out?
I have. You've got a lot of firepower in this team, but Cam Christian's the guy that comes off the bench and gets them going. The versatile rookie guard has played some big performances this year. Season high of 26 points against Plymouth, and you see his season statistics there, 10 points per game in just 20 minutes of play. I think a player like him, who stepped up big in the trophy final, can have another big one here today.
At the other end of the floor, one of the most understated and maybe underrated players in the British Basketball League, Gabe Olasheni.
I agree with that statement and some. This is the GB International's first season in the British Basketball League, and he's delivered. His 12 points per game, 6 rebounds, just over 20 minutes of play have been impactful. He's had big performances as well across Europe for London Lions. The traditional big man could become a matchup problem for this Cheshire Phoenix team.
Well, these two teams haven't met since the trophy final. A lot of words were said on the day, but it's all pleasantries between the coach. Can London gain their revenge, or will we see a repeat? We'll find out right after this break. Welcome back to Ellesmere Port. Josh Bowe alongside Simon Unsworth and Steve Ferris are three officials for today. And the trophy finalists will get us underway in the final game of the regular season in the British Basketball League. To all intents and purposes, it's the #1 seed against the #2 seed, but that mathematically won't be confirmed until the end. Here's Rye. Had to put that high to avoid the block from Nwaba and left it short.
I don't think he did avoid it. I think David Nwaba got a piece of that one. You see with the way the ball just did not have enough energy to get to the rim.
Stolen away. Rideau doing what he does, picking pockets.
How many times have we seen that? And more of that too later in the season.
Early in the year, you would have thought, well, let him shoot threes, but as the year has gone on, he's become so much more deadly a weapon from out there. Here's Morgan at the rim.
Nice backdoor cut there from Matt Morgan. We're used to seeing him fly the ball. Ooh, goodness, we're going to see a lot of that too with Skylar White. Catch and shoot.
Well, London will have learnt their lesson in that trophy final. Nwaba backs out to three-point line along the baseline. Olusheni just tosses it in, casual as you like.
He's so good at that, isn't he? Just his touch around the rim, his awareness, his positioning. David Nwaba starts the offense with that hard drive baseline, and then you see Gabe Olusheni, just relocate, loses defender, and knocks it down.
Jack's three off the mark. Rebound, Connor Morgan.
You see quite a few heavy contests so far from London there. Not allowing Cheshire to get hot early in this building.
A little slap on the arm will send Olusheni to the free throw line.
Oh, you see LaQuincy Rideau already fired up, ready to go. This is his early steal, and you know, very few players I've seen like him to be able to impact the game on both ends of the floor. He's that very unique unicorn type of player, isn't he?
He's always looking for the ball defensively, whether his man has it or not. He's always got his eyes on where can I get my hands in there and disrupt something.
Well, he's definitely a disruptor. He was incredible in that trophy final as well. He was the spearhead for everything that followed in that Cheshire Phoenix performance.
Right. Well, here's one man who didn't play in the trophy final because he was injured, but unable to lay it in. It's come back out to Rye. They end up with three.
Absolute gift there for Aaron Rye. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And he's not going to miss too many of those either, Gabe.
He's not. He's at 6 early points for Gabe Olusheni, and as I explained, I thought he would be a matchup problem for this Cheshire Phoenix team today.
Ooh, well, a cameraman took a good shot there from that pass. Well, the phone seems to be okay. The camera's okay. Did he get a good picture? That's the question. Ball coming right down the lens.
Is that and one in the world of cameramen? You know, getting hit and still capture the picture?
Yeah, if you get the picture, that's what it's all about. Here's Matt Morgan in the corner. Knocks down the triple.
Matt Morgan is kind of usually like 5 early points for him.
Foul called on Connor Morgan. 3 minutes in, London leading this one by 5. Just for the benefit of any Caledonia fans watching, Caledonia will finish second if London win by 92 points or more here today. Other than that, it'll be Cheshire. Nobody's ever won a league game by 92 points before. There was a cup game. Somebody won by 100. I think it was Solent in the late 80s. Off the top of my head, I'd have to look it up. But nobody's ever won by 92. Of course, Newcastle beat Leeds 80-something points. You remember that? A few years back, 6
Leeds
years
Force.
back. First day of the season. J. Sean Page and Sar Nimby torching the Force.
Yeah, welcome to the British Basketball League, Leeds Force.
Nwaba on the long rebound. Resets Morgan.
It'll be interesting to see how Conor Morgan plays as well. He's had a bit of a testing time over the last month or two, but he had a really good game last game.
Good work from Matt Morgan, undersized, but won the battle. And Waba taking it to the rim himself.
Waba is such an athlete, isn't he? The way he moves, and you know, he's got that NBA body. Of course, he's played several games, had several seasons in the NBA. David Nwaba here, able to finish that in transition with ease. I mean, this is a game, Dan. I mean, if I'm playing for the London Lions, I want to inflict as much pain in the figurative sense, not literal. But you want to inflict as much pain as possible on this Cheshire Phoenix team. You know, this is a team that's put a sort of a dent in the legacy. You know, the high hopes and the expectations that London Lion had this year to do the clean sweep, to win all competitions. Remember, there's a reduction of competitions as well. What you can win this year with the cup. Being abolished this year, so Cheshire Phoenix were the team that stopped that.
Well, it is a early 9-point lead off the back of this Matt Morgan fast break, and a timeout call by Ben Thomas and the Cheshire Phoenix. So I've got it now. I've worked it out. Leeds for 60, Newcastle 148 was the score. So 88 is the record. The 100-point win I was talking about, it was Solent against Corby, who are in the lower division. 57, 157, and there was also a 93. Worthing Bears beating Swindon, who are in the third division. 133-40. So this is how Cheshire's last few games was. In fact, that loss away at Caledonia is the reason, the E.J. Stevens shot is the reason why 92 points matters. If that shot hadn't gone in, then Caledonia would have won the head-to-head. And then Cheshire would need to win this game, but because that 3 went in, the head-to-head was tied, and therefore it's overall points difference. So that's probably... There's Derek. Derek will be with us on Monday night, 7 p.m. TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Well, alongside Stan for the double-double. And there's not many baselines in British basketball that don't have Derek on these days. He's always there, ready to catch the action.
He is indeed. Hustler in every sense. He captures some great material for the British Basketball League.
And he'll be bringing you some more content every Monday through the playoffs, chatting about what's going on, maybe a few guests along the way. Kristen fires up the 3 and knocks it down.
Well, he's a player that changes the dynamics of this Cheshire Phoenix team, and he's a player that close watch on this game just because of his ability to come off the bench just like he did there and pour points on the board.
Morgan, though, replies with 3 of his own.
Goodness me. Matt Morgan feeling pretty good about himself, and you wonder as well how some of these other big performances reflects on him in terms of Teddy Allen getting 30 earlier today, and Quade Green putting in some big numbers as well. Does that there ignite Matt Morgan as well, and Aaron Wright, of course, on court in the up there in points per game.
Nwaba, he hits the triple.
David Nwaba's looked great early on. Of course, he was the late addition to this London Lions team, but boy, was he an addition. Not too many players play like him, and oh goodness, tangle up of bodies there, but Nwaba comes up with the ball.
Ooh, did he catch him on the elbow there? He did. Well, Philip turns to the table and says, review it, but not in the Eurocup now, Tariq. There is no review. 4.5 minutes. We'll have a little review. Is there an elbow catch here? Let's see. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think there is.
It's a 10-point game here. Timeout is called. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Ellesmere Port, where Cheshire trail London by 10 in the early stages here.
Cheshire.
White cross court to Kristen for 3, and he knocks it down. Kristen with some good offense off the bench in the early stages here.
Yeah, he's been great, and it's that fearless mentality as well. Going to come in and hopefully for the Cheshire Phoenix instill confidence in the rest of the team.
Morgan fires a little bit short. Skylar White steps into the 3. Rebound Decker. Morgan to the rim, lays it in.
Oh, he's so good, isn't he, at that? Just glides. He's so efficient as well in the way he can finish around the rim. Not the biggest of players.
Kristen again, wow. Oh, what a start to the game for Cam Kristen. 11 points off 4 shots.
Such a talent. Arguably one of the better scorers.
Oh, man, speaking of scorers, what a finish there from Matt Morgan. One of the best in the British Basketball League at getting and ones, but Kristen heating it here in the first quarter. But this guy, whether it's in Europe or whether it's in the British Basketball League, he is able to get to the rim and not only score, but also take the contact and turn 2s into 3s.
Well, it could be 15 early points here for Morgan. Oh, it is 15 early points for Morgan, and coach is taking him out. That's enough. It's enough for now. What a...
Well, he had that game against Bristol where, was it 17 points in the first 5 minutes he had? Similar sort of trajectory here. Foul is called. Jordan Taylor.
Well, this is an area of the game I worried for London coming into this, and Jordan Taylor, I just felt he wasn't moving particularly well last game. He looked like he was struggling with his health and fitness, and of course Luke Nelson is out injured as well, so rare instance where London Lions are looking a little bit thin at that guard spot.
Needs to go up here. Kristen gets it away, tipped by Ryan in, but after the buzzer, so that will not count.
Oh, what a clever tip from Aaron Ryan, though. Good contest again from London. They really are making things difficult.
Taylor throws it out to Shalawade. Sharma in the corner. Underneath is Taylor. It's tough to score from there. Rye looking to push. Extra pass to Holden. He can't convert. Shalawade kicks it forward to Quealy. Quealy to the rim and the finger roll, not quite, but Decker keeps it alive. And the foul will go against Holden.
I don't think he agrees with the call, Dan.
Nope.
Sam Decker dribbling, breaking down off the dribble, and could have went either way, I guess.
I guess it's one of those where he loses the ball and there is contact, so Decker's detrimented by it. Here's Decker for 3, and he hits.
Wow. Sam Decker. Well, this is big for him. These types of games, I think, are even bigger for him than majority of his teammates, just because he hasn't got the repetitions in this year. Really struggled coming back from that foot surgery, last year.
London force another turnover. Here's Decker out in front, and he dunks it home. And I think if Ben Thomas had another timeout, he might call 2 here in the first quarter, but you don't want to burn them both, really. You only get 2 in the first half. Christian driving to the rim, taking the foul, and he will go to the line, looking for 2 more points to add to his tally. He's got 11 already.
nice. And I think that's the biggest compliment you can give London so far in this game. We know about their talent and their ability to put points on the board, 31 points already in this game, but every 50-50, London seem to be winning, and it's that inner motivation. Remember what you did to us in the trophy final, and you can see just by the way that the London Lions are holding themselves in this game so far that memory still runs deep.
Christian turned 25 yesterday. He's having himself a birthday game today, isn't he?
He is indeed. Great start for him.
Decker along the baseline. Oh, what a finish that is from Sam Decker.
Fantastic. It's not the elevation as much as the balance. When he takes off, it's that split second longer he's got there just to hold himself.
Rideau to the rim off the glass.
Fantastic job there from Quincy Rideau. Exactly the positive move towards the rim. Excuse me, goes right into the chest of Sharma.
Offensive foul called against Sharma. Holden ended up on the deck.
I think Jordan Taylor's a bit upset because if that not been a foul, that would have ended up on the top 10 place.
It becomes an ankle breaker, doesn't it, if it's not a foul? Right down the middle. I've said it many times this season. He is one of the best I've ever seen at slowing down and beating you with his change of pace, but going slower rather than quicker.
Brilliant. Remarkable season. I mean, he's done it consistently now over 2 different standards. He's MVP from the Division 1 National Basketball League last season, gets that promotion, signed with the Cheshire Phoenix, and he's been every bit of an MVP candidate this year. 19 points per game. As you say, Dan, he's able to score in a number of ways, and he's really been that consistent, strong pillar for this Cheshire Phoenix team this year.
Top 5, top 3, top 1. Where are you? Oh, nice.
Oh, easy top 5.
Yeah.
And yeah, top 3 candidate he has to be.
Rideau. Here is Wright. Up in the air, managed to get the pass out. And there is another 3 from Christian.
Cam Christian is on fire and unfazed by this longer, athletic London Lions defense.
Decker resets. He cannot make the 3 on the buzzer, but there's a lot of points in this one. Through the first quarter, it's London by 10. We'll have the second period right after this break. Well, the birthday boy has come to play. It was his birthday yesterday, Cam Christian. And what an outing he's had. 16 points for him already, and that is off the bench. He's only played 6.5 minutes.
I thought you were supposed to receive gifts on your birthday, not give them.
Well, he's been certainly giving them to his team today. There'd been a massive hole if it were not for his shooting. Jalawadi. Quealy. A little behind Taylor. As a result, he wasn't able to finish. Right, out to Jack in the corner. Kristen short on that one, though. Quealy looking for room on the baseline. Nice pass from Decker. And Sharma will go to the free throw line.
Moving the basketball really well. I like how they're proactively passing as well. They're not just passing around like a shell drill just for the sake of it. Good penetration here from Quealy. A quick pass from Sam Decker. You can see him willing his teammate to finish the play.
Just trying to think, you were never in a situation where you played a team just before you might meet them again, just before the playoffs, where it didn't really matter, but you wanted to send a message. I can't think of any occasions where you, like London here might want to say, well, if you want to get to the final again, we're ready for you, and wanted to lay a bit of a psychological blow on them today.
No, I remember playing Newcastle Eagles when it was 1 and 2 in the league. It was late, and we'd already secured the league title, and we played a lesser squad, so it didn't really mean anything. So no, not really. I don't remember that happening.
Oh my goodness! The Quincy Renaud!
Wow! It sort of opened from nothing, and then he jumps up over the defender and throws that one down.
Let him know about it too.
Would you expect anything else? Wow!
Push there on Ulf. Taylor off the mark, rebound Jack. Ulf rolling to the basket, nice move.
Nice finish from David Ulf. Sometimes it's difficult when you catch like that back to the basket, you turn and there's a 7-footer in and around your vicinity. And he finishes anyway.
Decker. Quealy banks it in.
Wow.
For 3.
Overshot that one, but the extra English he put on it. Kissed it off the glass and falls in.
Well, the interesting one there. London bringing in, or about to bring in, a range of substitutes as Jack fires up for 3 off the mark. But it looked very deliberate. Robert Youngblood, the assistant coach. I don't know if Robert's doing the lead duties today. He certainly seems to be stood up at times, but almost like they were doing it to rotation. That came off Quealy out of bounds, and obviously it's one of those things. They've got so much talent, and they want to be ready for next week. This game doesn't really, I mean, we can sit here and say, oh, psychological blows and all of that, but it doesn't matter what London, whether they win or lose. It matters that they're all healthy next week. There is Youngblood.
Well, he certainly looks busy.
He does. He knows his way to the playoff final.
It's a happy medium as well. I mean, I'm sure he's closely watched as well the minutes that each individual's playing. Oh, goodness me, Cam Christian again.
Yes.
Wow. some performance so far from Christian.
It's 19 now for Cam Christian. Olaseni's being held inside. Is that on the floor, or is that basket going to count? The referees are just looking at each other. They're going to have a quick conversation as to whether that will count or not. Still haven't quite got the decision. On the floor, so it'll be an end-line ball, much to the appreciation of the home fans. Rye returns, Christian sits down. Nice pass. Olaseni rocking the rim.
Fantastic.
And, just thought for a second, because the ball got volleyed away afterwards, and they did get a warning earlier. I was about to say, if that does that count as a deliberate? It's a good bit of skill if it's deliberate.
I thought it was accidental, but it looked a little bit of sprinkled in deliberateness there. It's a good hit. It was a great execution offensively. You saw Cheshire arranged in the zone defense there, and what typically happens offensively, sometimes you'll be very passive with that. You'll pass around the zone, but you see London been able to penetrate that with passes directly inside to Gabe Olaseni.
Skylar White not quite getting the home court roll. Olaseni in way too deep for anybody to deal with him, really, particularly somebody who's got a size advantage on, so he'll go to the line.
Yeah, that's the advantage that London have. They have that traditional big man in Gabe Olaseni, and he perhaps a little undersized for his role at 6'9", but we've seen him dominate bigger defenders in Euro Cup play this year, as well as British Basketball League.
All sorts of discussions going on. We'll get back underway. There's Robert Youngblood. I was talking, he knows his way to a playoff final. Never won it as a player. Got there twice. Lost that epic all-London battle for the Leopards against the Towers in 1997. Got there with the Lions as well in 2008. Were beaten by Paul James in the Guildford Heat. Wow. Here's Rye firing up the three. That was an epic game, the Towers-Leopards game. Those two teams really didn't like each other. Youngblood was at the center of all of that, as you can imagine. Elbows flying.
Oh, I can remember.
You got one or two of those, did you?
I do. I remember playing against him very well, and I was on the no, you say the accumulation. I was young, basically. And he wasn't. So it was a matchup I liked, but it definitely didn't take away from his aggressive nature and his gamesmanship, I think is the appropriate term. But what a competitor he was.
He was. I remember the year they won the league that year. They were chasing London down. They were a fair way behind. Then London lost one game, and he was like, "We're going to win the league because we're going to win all 18 of our remaining games." And that was all we needed, was them to lose one game. And to be fair, they backed it up. They only won 17 of the 18, but it was enough to win the league. Oh, there's a little bit of a scuffle going on here. There's some words being exchanged. Hudson's being pushed away. Phillip is involved.
Wow.
Well, here's a little bit of aggression. I'm sure Robert Youngblood in his playing days would have been right in the middle of as well.
100%, man.
The referees are going to call a timeout while they work out what to do here. But it just shows in a game that doesn't really matter at the end of the season, last day, the bit of chippiness, it shows that these two teams are not massive fans of each other.
It doesn't go away, Dan. Like I said, you know, what Cheshire did to London it's far beyond just winning a basketball game. And you know, when you look at the grand scheme of things, this was a team that was built to clean sweep everything this year.
Well, let's have the referees go to the table. So just watch Tariq Phillip under the basket. LaQuincy Rideau is in his face. And what happened? Oh, there's a little slap there. Did the referee see it? That is a question. Did the referee see it? Oh, I see there, referee Unsworth with his, on the replay, had the double fist for an ejection. So maybe he was going to be, it is an ejection. It is an ejection. And he's off. He's walking out of the building now, off to the locker room. There goes Tariq Phillip, ejected from the ball game for a little slap in the face.
You can't do that, Dan.
No.
You cannot do that. And credit to LaQuincy Rideau for not reacting as well. It's hard not to react when that happens. This could be a problem for London.
Let's have another look. You can see Rideau was almost trying to help him up by the looks of it. Then there's a bit of a chatter and the hand is there, and then boom, a slap. And you can see referee Unsworth on the right of your screen, 2 fists in the air. That's the signal for a disqualification. So he'd spotted it. I think referee Ferris probably had as well.
That's mental toughness as well from LaQuincy Rideau. Everyone would say, oh, well, the tough guy would react. It's quite the opposite. It's very easy to react when someone hits you and, you know, you're in the heat of the moment. It's very easy to react. And I have to say, respect his restraint there for not reacting, because London Lions are 1 point guard less now. And that was an area as well. I explained there's a very vulnerable area for London Lions today. Luke Nelson not playing. Jordan Taylor, question marks over his health. They've got no other natural point guards now with Tariq Phillip.
So Rideau also got a technical foul called against him, which is why there was a free throw there for Matt Morgan. Because the two fouls don't equal the same thing, they don't cancel each other out, they have to go through them. So a technical foul is punished with 1 free throw, and a disqualifying foul is punished with 2 free throws. If they were worth the same value, they could cancel each other out and you wouldn't get either of them taken. Well, that's added a bit of Sunday afternoon spice to it that we weren't quite expecting.
We were expecting a little bit of spice.
Well, maybe a little bit, but not that sort of, not people slapping each other. Well, let's see. Now we're going to have to keep our eyes on everything, because obviously the temperature has raised just a little bit. Morgan with the steal. And obviously Rideau, having got a technical foul, needs to be careful that he doesn't get anything untoward and make his way out. That's a long 2. Morgan just had a big toe on the line there.
He did, yeah. And credit to Conor Morgan as well on the defensive end there. He's still a lot of hands there on his body where he retrieved that ball to start the offense.
Rice stumbling under pressure, gets the shot away, and he will shoot 2.
Oh my, the trickery on the offensive end.
Well, let's all take a little breather here. We could do with one. This game a little fiery. We will pick it right back up after this break. Well, this was moments ago. Tariq Phillip off to the locker room. His day over. Derek on the baseline there couldn't believe it, could he? Mouth wide open.
He must have got a really good look at that,
He must have got a good look at that. Well, I'm sure if you watch Double Double on Monday night, 7 p.m. on British Basketball League YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, he'll break it all down for you because he had the best view of it. Aaron Ryan making the both. The other interesting thing is obviously a disqualification goes to disciplinary. You can get banned for a disqualification, unlike a double technical or double unsportsmanlike. So I mean that might have longer term repercussions for Phillip in that he potentially could get a suspension for a playoff game.
Yeah. And again with the injury woes at that position for the London Lions could be an issue.
Kicked out his White for three. Well, he's been lining them up. He's finally got one to go.
That's exactly it, Dan. You just got to keep shooting when you're a shooter, and Skylar White won't be shy when given opportunities like that.
He doesn't need you to tell him to keep shooting,
He does not, no.
Nwaba! Hard to the hole with the jam.
You saw it formulated as soon as he picked up that dribble from the baseline drive. You knew he was going to elevate towards the rim. Wow.
Morgan to Morgan and back again. And all string from Matt.
Beautiful, just beautiful basketball off of the turnover. And Cheshire, of course, have got to limit those turnovers and errors, but London, one of those teams that will punish you.
5 quick points for the London Lions, re-establishing their double-figure lead. Rye gives it to Hudson in an awkward spot. Shagwell beats the buzzer and hits it for three.
I feel like there's been abundance of big shots in this game.
Down goes White, and offensive foul is the call. Olasheni. And timeout call by Ben Thomas. And you can see Gabe, whilst he didn't agree with it, just sort of handed the ball over and wandered. Pro's pro.
He's a professional, yeah. It's hard to do and easy to say, but you cannot get caught up in the emotions. That's essentially what Cheshire want to do now as well. Cheshire's chasing the game. They're in their home court as well, so they'll have the advantage of having the masses in their corner.
Well, here's another look at this play. As you say, right from there, he's going, I'm dunking this. How many can I take with me?
Wow. Good penetration here from Jack Hudson. The play before, and Shagwell now stepping up to knock down a three. Threes, 10 for 19. 10 for 19 for the three-point line for Cheshire.
And there's London's form guide, although we could double, triple, and even quadruple that, and it'd still all be W's across the board. It's been a long time since domestically they were beaten, but they are playing a team that did domestically beat them on the biggest stage of them all so far this season.
And I guarantee you this, Dan, they would trade any one of those league wins to swap out with that
100%
trophy loss.
Yeah, because they could equal the record for most wins in a league campaign today, London. But they had so many games to spare that they could have lost a few more of them for that one trophy win. Here's Shagwell up top. He's chasing it like he didn't think it was going in, but it did. There is that trophy. And, well, it's here at every game, but...
I was going to ask
yeah,
that.
It is. It's always sat there, but I bet you they polished it up a little shinier today. That's an unsportsmanlike foul from Connor Morgan for a grab. Well, they haven't ratcheted down the spice since the... you can see he's just gone at Rideau.
Excessive force?
Yeah, a little bit no play on the ball. excessive force in transition. I guess they see Rideau as the head of the snake because obviously he was the one that killed them really in that.
Well, he was the slappy, not the slapper.
Yeah. So, but I would imagine there's more going on. Slaps don't happen in and of without. I don't know why I'm telling you. You know this better than me. But they don't happen out of nowhere. I'm sure to imagine. And Rideau, let's be fair, he is like an agitator, isn't he? He's always there. He's always about. He uses his physicality as his strength, and he's also, you know, he likes the conversational side of the game, should we say? Yeah. And obviously, the banner we saw at the beginning was his quote at the end of the game, at the end of the playoff final. So
well, he's the biggest dog on the court.
He's the biggest dog right now. Skylar White, wow.
Goodness me. Cheshire Phoenix having fun. We're all tied.
Amazing. Looked like London were romping away with this when they were up 14, but the scores are level. And it's 51-51. We're still in the second quarter, by the way, folks.
I know. It's remarkable, the scoring rate.
But I guess if you're going to beat London, you have to keep the scoreboard ticking. And Cheshire have shown all year long that they can basically score with anybody. Offense has never been their problem.
No, it hasn't. You're right. London only scored 16 points in this quarter.
35 in the first. Here's Decker looking to add 3 more, in and out. Saved by Rye.
Wow. Great energy play there from Aaron Rye.
Cheshire looking to add to this 10-0 run. Skylar White does it again. Suddenly he's hit 3 in quick succession. He couldn't buy one early on, but he's on fire now and he's pumping the crowd up.
This Cheshire Phoenix team are unbelievable. When you think they're down and out, they rise from the dead in true Phoenix fashion. It's a big one here from Skylar White. And this one, this is the one, because this is the one that puts them up by 3.
And he never leaves you in any doubt what he's feeling, does he, Skylar White? It's writ large across his face.
I think that's why the fans are so affectionate towards him as well. They love the way he plays. Again, it's just that fearless mentality. This Cheshire Phoenix team is something very special this year.
Well, you can see a number of them still wearing their unbeaten and their finals t-shirts, just to remind the London players as they come in. You remember when we were wearing these when we beat you?
That's the thing, Dan. I think that's the audacity of it too. You know when you say don't point the bear, don't point the bear? They don't give a damn about the bear. They
pick up another stick. And
they're so fearless in that approach. They genuinely believe that they're better and they're going to beat them again.
Well, they're beating them right now.
Well, that's the thing, Dan. After Slapgate, it's been Cheshire's been the better team.
Yeah. And here they are again, and Aaron Wright lays it in, and Cheshire continuing this impressive run. Blocking foul is the call. Nawaba will go to the line for 2 free throws.
You're interested to see London's approach to this as well. Coach Bodgets, is he going to... Because it looks like to me that he wants to try and manage minutes, etc. But at the end of the day, you've got to win a basketball game.
Well, 15 points in a row, and now Nawaba is a long way short. Well, that is the thing. It is that question of how much you get drawn into the winning, because you say you've got to win a game. They don't have to win the game. But talking about the psychological blows, if Cheshire beat London before the playoffs. It's, you know, it's a marker for them, for sure.
Yep.
Right. White again. Not this time. Heat check that. Out of bounds. It will stay with Cheshire. No reset of the shot clock. So they've got 3 to work with. Rideau, high arcer. That hits the rim, so the ball is live. Nawaba bobbling it, still has it. And he converts.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest of plays, but he got it done.
Rideau. Oh, LaQuincy Rideau on the halftime buzzer. Knocks down the 3 and gives Cheshire a little bit more momentum going into the locker room.
Unbelievable. He's in between 3 London Lions defenders there. And it's LaQuincy Rideau who comes up trumps.
Well, what a first half we've had here in Cheshire. The Phoenix with the lead will break it all down right after this break. So well, welcome back to Ellesmere Port, where everything's happened in the first half, so why not just throw it up on the buzzer around a triple team? It's bound to go in. And it did for LaQuincy Rideau. He's been at the centre of a lot of this first half. Well, and 30 seconds, break that down.
Wow, mayhem, absolute organised mayhem. It's unbelievable. You thought to a position as well where London Lions up by 14, you think, uh-oh, this is it. This is the redemption game after the trophy final. But This Cheshire Phoenix team, they've been remarkable to watch this year. They're unorthodox, and I think they're a fan favourite in the way that they play, and it's just that never die attitude. It's just remarkable.
Let's have a look at the numbers. I think I know where Ant is going to go, so I'm going to go for the opposite of that. Cheshire made 5 two-pointers in the entire half. 5 two-pointers. It's madness. But I think you're going to go for the line below, are you, Ant?
This is modern-day basketball exemplified. 14 for 25 from the three-point line, and you can tell as well the way this game started. London Lions had their strict instructions to run Cheshire Phoenix off the line. Heavily contested shots, but that just got thrown out the window. Second quarter, Cheshire Phoenix blitzed that.
Well, let's take ourselves back to the action. There's so much to try and get through that it's almost easy to forget that in the early stages, it came relatively easy to London. Obviously, this Rideau 3 right at the start, but after that, London started to really take control of the game.
Yeah, and you see some open threes here, and that's devastating for the London Lions, because that's what gets confidence going. That's what gets the juices flowing for this Cheshire Phoenix offense. And Matt Morgan as well had a really easy start to this. He was able to score in a number of ways. 15 early points for him before he got a break on the bench.
Well, Christian was absolutely fantastic off the bench for Cheshire. And it really flipped around, because Cheshire, London had 35 points at the end of the first quarter. And then we got this little bit of drama here where it looked like a bit of a nothing. There's obviously some chat going on, and then a love tap, as Anya Stewart said that was. But it was probably a bit harder than that. That's a disqualification. Off Tariq Phillip goes. And from that moment, Cheshire just caught fire, particularly Skylar White. Yeah,
incredible. And again, Skylar White, we've seen him do this in a number of different ways. He's not going to be shy. He's got the length as well. Remember, he's about 6'8", 6'9", so he can shoot over defenders. He doesn't necessarily need to create a lot of space off the dribble or for a screen, so he's instant offense. And look at that. You can see what it means to him, and this was remarkable. That's a great contest by David Nawaba, too. You've got a 6'6" athletic guard jumping at you, but Quincy Rideau just says, look, I'll take that one.
Well, November 23, the last time London gave up that many points in the first half. Let's remind ourselves of the trophy final, and in a moment we'll have highlights of the earlier game.
This defense that London's playing, it's like a 3-2 with Olasheni up top, and Ryan makes him pay. Oh my goodness sakes!
I love it. I love it. He's the difference maker. You were right. Big pickup for London Lions.
Back down to Olasheni. Oh my goodness sakes!
Big dunk and put back, grab them. That's what I'm talking about. Jack in his favorite spot.
Skylar White keeps it alive. Right back to Jack. Give him 3.
Yeah, he loves that corner 3.
Speed merchant Matt Morgan drives, takes the contact, and count it. Shot clock at 4. Rideau lets it fly. And a nice putback. Well done by Cam Holden. 2-point ball game, under 3 to play in the third. Nelson's checked back in. His pass intercepted. Great job by Cameron Kristen. JT for 3. Why not? Why not?
We love it, Jordan Taylor. You flex, you go ahead, you talk your talk. No, takes that breath.
Quincy thought about going straight up. Tries to draw the foul up and under, and somehow at 6'1", LaQuincy Rideau gets the shot to fall.
This is wonderful British basketball.
Up and down.
Big finish, gave Jack the look. Rideau's the man, the hot hand.
Oh my word, Maceo Jack, maybe the rebound of the game. 5 seconds on the clock. Skylar White pulls the trigger. Dagger. And they will run the clock out. And in 2024, the Cheshire Phoenix will raise the trophy. Unbeaten in the trophy. Here we go.
Really lovely pictures.
Allen for three, got caught, strings it. 4-point play for Teddy Allen.
Wow.
Cooper looking for his third three of the game, and he knocks it down.
Goodness me, good ball movement there from Surrey Scorchers.
Leicester trying to scramble, and Holmes is able to steal it away. Holmes with the spin, lobs it up to Thomas, who jams it down.
Great play, and it's off the error of the Surrey Scorchers, and Leicester Riders are out running and dunking.
Oh, Cooper's done really well there. It is good ball movement. Mohammed on the end of it. Here's Gooden trying to get a double-figure lead for his team. Fires up the three and hits. And Surrey have 50 on the board with 3 minutes to go to halftime. Allen's going to heave from miles out, and he's going to hit the three. What a shot!
That is incredible.
It's going up, you know that. And it's going in again! Oh my goodness! Gooden behind the screen, strings the triple, and Surrey are back ahead. Bowman late in the shot clock, trying to step away from Ogundengbe. Oh, what a shot from Blake Bowman! Here's Bowman. Bowman squeezing through. Will that count? Yes, it will. Basket is good. Oh, Mohammed has a free block. What a block. But the follow is there from Bailey.
Dowoo's done so well.
Gooden driving. Oh, wiped away by Adowoo. 6-point Leicester lead. Allen for the triple. Allen knocks it down. 30 points for Teddy Allen. Leicester will get it across half court. They will win the ball game, and they will finish 5th in the British Basketball League. Not an easy win for Rob Paternostro and his team, but a win they needed, and a win in the end they got. Welcome back to our coverage of the final day of the regular season in the British Basketball League. We've got the top two teams in the standings going head-to-head, and even I'm prepared to admit London aren't going to win the second half by 97, so this will be the playoff lineup. London taking on Surrey, Cheshire against Bristol, Caledonia against Newcastle, and Sheffield against Leicester. And Bristol is not your typical 7 seed. It's going to be a tough challenge, that, for Cheshire, but if they can get the likes of Cam Christian shooting the ball the way he has done today off the bench, they'll have a good shot at it.
Yeah, really interesting matchup between those two teams, and Cam Christian, just that guy. Again, he was such a pivotal aspect for them in the trophy final, and today, 19 points half-time. He's a player that can put points on in a very quick succession.
Well, can they continue? That is the question for the Cheshire Phoenix. I still go back to 5 made 2s in a half where you scored 59 is absolutely bonkers. And whether you can continue to make 3s at the rate they did. They shot 25 3s in the first half. They made 14 of them. I mean, 25 in 20 minutes is unbelievable, but to make 14... Here's White. Yes, they can. Just carry on, boys.
Wow. You think off the bat as well, London could find themselves in early difficulty here.
No reset of the clock as it's at 14. Now London trailing this one by 8.
Slightly different lineup as well.
Yeah.
Sharma starting instead of Olasheni, who had a really good start to this game.
And obviously Taylor into the starting lineup because Philip is in the locker room. That's, did you ever get disqualified from a game, Ant? I don't remember that ever happening.
No.
Just wondering when you get disqualified in the first half, it's a long time to wait. What do you do?
I'd be in my locker room watching, listening to us. That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah.
Watching the team.
Mind you, Ellesmere Port, he could have gone over to Cheshire Oaks, couldn't he? Could have done a bit of shopping, maybe, watched a film or got some food.
I hope the Wi-Fi is good in the locker room.
Jordan Taylor makes the second, the applause from his coach.
Yeah, it's important for Jordan Taylor, I think, to get those to go through the hoop. He hasn't scored yet so far today.
Rye using his strength. The London bench wanting an offensive foul. Referee's not interested in that. 2 points for Aaron Rye.
Wow, I've seen offensive fouls be given for a lot less than that, including Olasheni's in the first half.
Fall away off 1 foot there from Connor Morgan off the mark. Taylor's hit the deck. Stolen away by Nawaba. Nawaba being chased and fouled by Skylar White.
Skylar White's done really well there to react, because it's really hard when a steal's come there, and he's had to turn his body as well against David Nawaba, who's pretty fast at the open floor.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was Ben Thomas who shouted great foul after Skylar made it, because if nothing else, you send him to the free throw line, he might miss one.
Yeah, for sure. It's better than a monstrous dunk as well to change or potentially change the momentum of a game.
Well, he does make both free throws.
Be interesting to see as well the reaction here from London Lions. You know, this is they're in a difficult situation here. You know, do they have enough mental resolve as well to turn things around?
Shaw go off the mark. Oh, foul called on that one. Well, not quite the same reaction this time around.
Well, I think that's Skylar White's surprised face.
Yeah.
And David Nwaba had nowhere to go. 3 Cheshire fouls already, Dan, in this quarter.
It's his third as well, and off the back of the iron, rebound pulled in by Sharma. Matt Morgan, whose offense was looking free in the early stages of the game, adding to it here now.
Yeah, it's a big one. Coming off the screen set by Josh Sharma there.
Kind of forget that he shot the ball so well in the early stages. White shot is blocked. Chargois keeps it alive.
Good energy from Chargois.
Rideau for three. Short on that one. Morgan with the rebound.
Damn, they just don't shoot twos, do they? They're not even looking for the 2-point shot, which is, as you say, remarkable. Mismatch here.
Matt Morgan short on it. Yeah, it's very NBA style, isn't it? NBA basically outlawed the mid-range shot, and it's all at the rim or threes, and Cheshire very much in that mold. The travel called against Rye. Oh, he's got a technical as well for his protestations.
That's not like Aaron Rye as well. It's sometimes you can get caught up in the motions and caught up of everything going on. Aaron Rye very ordinarily, very composed, very level-headed. Oh, I mean, he's got a case. I mean, there's certainly contact there. And thoughts on that one, Dan? Did you see a travel there?
Well, I don't know what a travel is anymore, mate. They basically legislated walking into the game a few years ago. I think it's all a travel, if you ask me, but they get away with it nowadays.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, yeah. That concludes the party political broadcast from the grumpy old man party. It were better in my day. It wasn't actually. The 30-second shot clock and the reset and the no three-point line. Anyway, let's get back to modern basketball. Nice little pick and roll and the extra pass to Shaw. He blows the dunk and he misses the putback, keeps it alive. And Nawaba eventually helps him out.
Wow. Good energy, though, from Sharma just to keep it alive.
Well, there's a lot going on out there.
Rideau's been hit a couple times as well. The referee's got to keep an eye on that. Because it's all about, you know, when you're in the bubble, Dan, I can't explain to you, it's like brotherhood. You do anything for any one of your teammates, and you know one of them's been ejected because of perhaps instigated by one of the other players. And again, players remember these things.
Morgan to the rim. He's got such a great change of pace.
He's excellent at that. And you have to honor that, because he's just going to pull up and shoot a three if you don't come out to him. Oh my goodness, see, that's a number of occasions now where Rideau's just got clobbered. Morgan's got two on him, by the way.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's within the realms of play, but it's like the old sliding tackle with the centre off, leaves one on him. Look, oh, sorry, did I? Oh, it's a foul, ref. I'm sorry about that.
Rideau was not square on though. It's you know, I've seen those before, moving screens and all sorts going on.
Oh, it's lost by Chargois, and it's a foul there. And London asking for an unsportsmanlike foul. And it is an unsportsmanlike foul. So it's going to be 2 free throws and possession.
Oh, Dan. Speaking of modern day basketball, there's going to be unsportsmanlike fouls all over the shot here. I mean, he's trying to get the ball, is he not?
Yeah, I'm not a massive... I'm not saying the referee's got that wrong. I'm just saying I'm not a massive fan of that being an unsportsmanlike foul. And I totally understand when they brought the rule in, it's probably 10 years ago now, they changed the rule on that unsportsmanlike foul. I was a big fan of it because you would see it, particularly in European basketball, you see it all the time. You get no fast break because you just, you know, whack somebody across the wrist and stop the fast break. But I don't know. There's something about me would like to find the happy medium somewhere.
I thought Cheshire in the bonus, Dan. Shouldn't they be shooting free throws?
It was London that was fouled. You confused me there.
Yeah, Cheshire have got 5 team fouls.
Yeah. So it was an unsportsmanlike foul. So it was 2 free throws for London.
Oh, sorry, in possession.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
excuse
yeah.
me. Sorry.
You're making
Long season, Dan. Long season. Here we go. Final stretch. Regular season.
Yeah. You have a little sleep there this weekend. Get yourself playoff ready. Nice pass right underneath for 2, and that breaks a 12-0 run.
Good movement there without the basketball, and Aaron Rye's just so useful there in those pockets and in and around the baseline.
A while, but blocked from behind by White.
Wow, Skylar White's done really well there.
Rye kicks it back out.
Good decision from Rye as well. You saw Josh Sharma chasing him down.
Out to Hudson. Travel, was it? No, a technical foul on the bench. Somebody on the London bench said something that the referee took exception to.
Wow, this is...
Everything going on. You
This is
feel like
testy.
you don't want to look one way because you'll miss something the other way. Skylar White, little clap for himself after making the free throws.
Sideline possession for the Phoenix.
So it'll be a sideline ball. We go back to where we were after the technical shot. Rideau gets the whistle go his way this time, so he'll shoot 2. And, well, we can all take a little breather here as the timeout is called. It's a 1-point game. We'll be back after this break. Welcome back to Ellesmere Port, where a lot of the gravity has been circulating around this man, LaQuincy Rideau, at the free throw line. He's got 15 points and 8 assists, 6 turnovers. He's drawn 6 fouls. He's committed 3. He's been slapped in the face. He said pretty much everything happened today.
He has been in the mix.
And he ties the scores at 68 points apiece.
Gabe Olashani and Sam Decker now and introduced into this game.
Well, they go down low to Olashani. A little further away than his usual turnarounds, and that's off the rim. Here's Rye again. Always putting pressure on the defense. Gets it off to Rideau, who traveled with it.
Oh, he done the hard part, didn't he? That pump fake was so convincing. Got Jordan Taylor in the air. And what looked like a shuffle of the feet there.
In low to Olashani, good challenge from White, and he gets the rebound as well.
Skylar White's been excellent at that all year, I feel. Been able to defend the bigger players.
Oh, Rideau. Oh,
he's missed the easy one.
Well, a $100 move and a $1 finish.
Yep.
As Decker shows him how to score from close range.
Well, you see Decker shouting to the bench and willing his team on now. London want to win this game equally as much as this resilient, stubborn Phoenix team.
Kristen driving in. Can't get it on the reverse lay-in. Decker gets himself to the basket again.
Fantastic balance there from Sam Decker. You always ask, how do you stop a guy like him, 6'9", with that grace and skill?
You hope he's on the inactive list.
Yeah, you're right, Dan, because that's the thing that slowed him down this year, obviously, from foot injury, surgery last year. MVP of the British Basketball League.
Nice pass. Oh, my goodness. Gabe rocking the rim. Up for the alley-oop.
Gabe Olashani with the emotional dunk. Wow. Threw that one down. I like this lineup for the London Lions right now, and Coach Božić has clearly waited patiently to put this five together. They chose not to start Olashani, not to start Decker. Oh goodness, here we go again.
Well, there's all going on again. They were wrapped up. Referee said hell ball. Decker's leg went out. I don't know. He's got a smile on his face.
Well, it was a strange...
It was all a bit
contortion
strange.
of bodies there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything going to come to it. Let's have another look. Obviously, there's a hell ball. They're all wrapped up. Oh, there's no contact in the leg thing, is there?
Well, if that was football, he's down on the floor, isn't he? Rolling around.
Yeah. Waving an imaginary card. Well, London, in the meantime, gone from 68 all to 68 74 and looking to add to it. Decker, who's done the bulk of the scoring in this run, continues to do it, and the foul is called. And he will go to the line for a bonus free throw.
Wow. Ultimate pro. Look at this. David Hoff does really good to just try and stay with him there, but that's a difficult move to defend.
Well, bemusement, I think, is the look on David Olf's face, as he's adjudged to have caught the elbow as well.
Basketball's all about finding units that work, and look, so far it's working, and credit to the coaching staff for identifying this. It'd be really easy just to start Olashani just because he started the game so well, and Sam Decker, but they've waited, they've sort of held their biggest weapons per se on the bench for moments like this.
Well, the downside of having so much talent is that means you've got so many lineups to work out which are the best ones to play when.
Yeah, agreed.
I know it's, rich man's problems, but... Well, close your eyes for a second and imagine that this is... well, we're not going to do it now because the ball's going to be inbound. I'll come back to that. Is overcooked. Olashani with the rebound. London looking to run. And And Nwaba jams it in.
Oh, Nwaba just flying. This is the 5 for London Lions right now, just opening this game up. Cheshire have to, you know, it sounds very obvious, but you've got to keep scoring the basketball.
Wow. So here we go. Just imagine this is Josh Sharma, but no, it's Gabe Olasheni getting up there rocking the rim.
Wow, he looked like he enjoyed that one too.
Nwaba we've seen doing this many a time this season.
This fixture right here, Dan, it requires zero input from marketing. Just put these two teams out on the floor, and we've got a ready-made main event.
Oh, what a block from Shalawadi. He just hung there waiting for him to shoot it and then swiped it away.
He did, and this London Lions roster's better for having him healthy and back in the mix. He brings so much to this team, doesn't need attentional shots on the offensive end as well.
Chagwa strings it with the triple.
That's a big one. He hit some big ones in the first half. Another 3.
Finally got the scoreboard ticking for Cheshire once again. Olasheni in close, can't convert. Chagwa running rim to rim and laying it in.
Back-to-back plays. Offensive 3 from Chagwa. Then good solid defense and then runs the floor. Big sequence of plays there from Ethan Chagwa.
Let's turn the decibel level up a little bit here. Oh, thrown away and not touched by Hudson, straight out of bounds. And suddenly, just a minute or two ago, you were saying Cheshire have to keep scoring. Well, Chagwa has got them scoring. And that again has put the pressure on the Lions for an uncharacteristic mistake. That's a tough shot. Remember, he didn't play in that trophy final, got injured in the group stages.
Yep. That's what makes that win even more remarkable.
Yeah. Right. Ulf going after the offensive. Oh, another unforced error. Shalawadi loses it out of bounds. Well, ball's in the front court, so you only get 14 seconds on the shot clock if the possession is in your attacking half. So they won't be able to run it down to the buzzer.
It's important for Cheshire here to weather the storm while the Quincy Rideau gets his rest.
Right. Well, rejected by Nwaba. An offensive rebound. Did that get off in time? No, it didn't. So, shot clock violation. I don't think Ben was overly happy with that. Apologies if you heard the language he used. 6 seconds here for the Lions to get one last score. Decker looking to do it. Fires up the 3. High arcer falls a long way short. Well, a third quarter where the London Lions have taken the lead. We've still got 10 minutes of this to enjoy. We'll have it right after this break. Welcome back to Cheshire. The drummers are drumming in their finals t-shirts, looking for the same result as they found in the trophy final, which was a Cheshire win. But for right now, it is the London Lions who have the edge and the possession to start us off here in the fourth quarter. Nice pass. And the two-handed throwdown from Quealy.
Wow, Quealy got up there, and you see they go to Gabe Olasheni, double team early from Phoenix, but good movement there for Quealy.
He's an excellent passer from the center position.
Yeah.
Jack creates some room, misses the shot though.
I think it's important for London to have a good start here. I like Cheshire in this building late in the fourth quarter.
Jack hasn't actually scored in the game. He's only played 8 minutes, taken 4 shots, but hasn't actually managed to put any points on the board. London up double figures now. Here's Ulf underneath. Christian taking it hard to the hole, and a challenge by Olasheni, which is a foul.
That's what you want to try and do now, is utilize Cam Christian off the back of that 19-point first half he had. You want to try and get him inserted into the scoring ranks in this fourth quarter as early as possible. And that'll be his first point of the second half.
Well, he's now got 20 of the 22 bench points that they have.
But you see the urgency of London jumping out at him when he uses that pump fake. That's all been created.
Olasheni, who's kind of behind the rim there. Rideau, here's Jack in his favorite spot. Can't get his first points. Foul on the rebound against LaQuincy Rideau. That's going to be his 4th personal foul.
It's a little bit too much on the rebound there, and he didn't need to do it. As you say, Dan, Maceo Jack, that's his spot. You see him time and time again. And that's the thing with basketball. Everyone can have their A game every day, and today it's Cam Christian, Skylar White, Quincy Rideau, Shurgwa.
Well, that is the beauty. Oh, that's not a good pass. That is kind of the beauty of this Cheshire Phoenix roster construction, is they've got enough dudes that it can be anybody different at any given time. And that has carried them through the season. A lot of discussion going on as to whether there's a foul called or not. I think there might be a late one.
Well, why is it London's ball if it's not a... Oh, okay, it is a foul.
Yeah.
Because he threw it out of bounds.
Well, it was the trail referee, Steve Ferris, that called it rather than the baseline referee, Simon Unsworth.
Mo Shalawadi's an excellent, by the way, to get another offense. He turns the ball over, you see him sprint back, and he involves himself there into getting Cheshire to turn it over.
Well, there's some debate as to whether it should be a sideline or an end line. And there's a technical foul now. Is that on Ben? Yes, it is. Technical foul on Ben Thomas. Well, I'm trying to keep on track of everybody who's got to walk the tightrope in the last 8 minutes here, because there's been a bench technical on the Lions, a coach technical on the Phoenix. Obviously, Rideau got that technical. There's been a few unsportsmanlikes along the way. Ben Thomas is still not very happy. He's got to be careful. Oh, he's not got much more road, I should imagine, with the officials.
Oh, great pass. That's an incredible pass. Dangerous, but risky, but incredible.
And that's him done. Rideau is out of the game. He's fouled out. And he has finished for the evening and has that torpedoed Cheshire's chances as well, their main instigator sits down.
Wow, he's been such a impactful player. 16 points, 8 assists, 7 turnovers with that. 2 misses from Conor Morgan there, uncharacteristically.
Jack, oh, volleyball spike from Nawaba, but it goes straight to Christian, who hits for 3.
Wow, that's the last person you want it to fall to if you're the London Lions. Just like that, 2 missed free throws from Conor Morgan, and then it's a 3 from Cam Christian. Is there another life here for
There
Phoenix?
might well be. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Jack Hudson, I should imagine, from the Lions defense. Christian clearing out for himself, looking to attack. Well, he throws up a rather hopeful shot in the end. It's a foul on Jack Hudson.
Again, it's early team fouls for Cheshire.
Yeah.
4th team foul.
Well, he can't help them out anymore. But Ulf certainly can, crashing the glass as he always does. One of the hardest working guys out there.
Yeah,
Here he is running the floor, but the pass was broken up.
Mo Shalawati is everywhere.
Well, it's only rolling to the rim. And defense a little slow to get to him that time. I think Shagwa is going to get called for. No, it is Ulf, whose number is shown to the table. It's probably a better outcome because that's his 3rd and it would have been Shagwa's 4th. And you can hear that it's very popular chanting his name as he leaves the game.
He's popular wherever he goes, isn't he? I remember they loved him in Manchester as well for the Giants. Just someone who he's a selfless player. He does everything for the team. Works hard, got good strength as well. I think he's got better as well as the years have gone by with his catch and finishing around the rim.
London suddenly starting to miss a few free throws here in the 4th quarter. Skylar White. Got it! Skylar White's 5th 3 of the game.
Goodness me. He is having fun out there, Dan Rowledge, and again finds himself with enough time and space to catch and shoot. 5-point game.
5-point game. We're almost ready for playoff time.
The British Basketball League playoffs are coming. And here's how the qualifications go down. The top 8 teams in the league table qualify for the playoff quarterfinals in a best-of-3 games. The quarterfinal fixtures are determined by the league seedings. Those seedings are retained throughout the playoff process. The team finishing top of the league plays 8th place. The second team plays 7th place. The third team plays 6th place. And the 4th plays 5th. The semi-finals are also played in a best-of-3. The highest remaining seed after the quarterfinals will play the lowest remaining seed in the semi-finals, with the remaining 2 teams playing the other semi-final. Played at the O2 Arena in London on Sunday, the 19th of May. The playoff champions will be decided at an epic final day of the season.
Well, Petar Božić and his team will be looking to get to the O2 to defend the playoff title they won last year. And looking at those quarterfinal matchups as Jordan Taylor fires up a 3. The fascinating thing to me, and Rob Paternostro touched on it in his post-game interview earlier, is proximity. Actually, you probably couldn't have... Oh, Lashani, he somehow finished that.
So well there. Just to remain on his feet.
Well, they both wanted a foul out of that. Neither got it.
Good no call from the referee as well. Often big men get penalised for that against the smaller defender.
There's your big man union broadcast there, folks. There's Gabe Olashetti swatting it away. Decker rearranged, and he is fouled. And ooh, Skylar White's tweaked an ankle there, I think. Well, that's not what they need a week before the playoffs start. And even Decker comes over. Decker spent a lot of time on the treatment room, so he wouldn't want to see anybody else doing that. He's back up on his feet.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? Skylar White's such an asset. Decker seemed to have went on his as well.
I would imagine Decker's are the most taped ankles in the league. So, with some protection. But going back to the playoff point, I was just making, Leicester going to Sheffield, London obviously to Surrey, Newcastle, okay, to Caledonia is relatively far, but not compared to some of the other teams that could have gone up there. And Bristol to Cheshire, again, relatively far, but it's a straight road, isn't it, all the way up? So it gives the away fans an opportunity to go and see that first leg for the lower seed teams, certainly. And of course, we'll have coverage of everything, and we'll be able to give you the opening weekend schedule at the end of this game, so stay tuned for that.
That's the thing, 9 points is nothing against this Cheshire team.
And Kristen trying to get 2 more here for his team. Josh Sharma checking back into the ball game. Has he been in the second half, Sharma?
He started the second half.
He started it, did he? And then Gabe came in. Virtual silence in Ellesmere Port as Kristen makes the first. Two for 2. Well, down to 7, just over 5 to play. Number 1 and number 2 seeds in British basketball. Obviously, the seedings will say they're the favourites to get all the way to the 19th of May in the O2, but there's 6 other teams who will have something to say about that, as Aaron Rye will go to the free throw line.
Good work from Aaron Rye. Heavily contested the shot, the defensive end on Sam Decker, and then pushes the ball like he's done so many times this year. One man, fast break, Aaron Rye.
Skylar White, I think he might be getting a little treatment on that ankle on the bench, but his face suggests it's not too serious. He looks relatively happy over there. Here's Matt Morgan for 3, and a chance to get it down to potentially a shot. Oh, blocked by Sharma.
Wow.
And London running the other way, and what looked like an easy 2 at one end becomes a basket at the other.
Goodness me. Seemed to slow motion, wasn't it? And
Rye into the key, trying to get it to Shagwar. Shagwar going the long way around, under pressure again from Sharma.
that's tough. Sharma's just too long and athletic.
Well, Morgan almost broke his own ankles there. He was so quick.
Fast, isn't he?
Here he goes again, gets the bump, and he will go to the free throw line. We have 4 minutes remaining of the British Basketball League regular season, and we will have them right after this break. Welcome back to Cheshire. That's not the sight Cheshire fans want to see, is it? That is the ankle of Skylar White with some ice on it. Hopefully it's not too bad. As I say, he walked off under his own steam. He seemed relatively happy, but he is a big part of what this team does and how they operate, so they will want him as near to 100% as he can possibly be for that playoff series against the Bristol Flyers. Well, it's 10 once again for London. Greg Wild into the game. And blocking foul, Jordan Taylor not quite there in time. Well, obviously, Ben Thomas having to juggle things here in the last few minutes with Rideau having fouled out and White injured. And of course, EJ Stevens not available today as well. Sat next to LaQuincy Rideau on the bench.
Cam Holden only playing 6 minutes today as well. So again,
it wasn't anything obvious when he went off, was it?
No, sometimes you don't know as well how healthy players are coming into a game.
And away comes Rye again with that slow step.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity for Phoenix there. Any time you get an opportunity to score the ball while the London defense aren't set up, you want to take full advantage of it.
Foul off the ball. Greg Wild trying to battle with Sam Decker in the low post. He's giving up quite a few inches and a little bit of experience differential between the two.
I think it's a fair assessment. I mean, the difficult thing is every single foul now, London Lions just going to get opportunities to just points on the board and keep that lead.
Well, London.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say London up to 94. If they just managed to keep Cheshire to 2 points, Caledonia would have had a shot at second.
Well, it was raining threes here, Dan. It was. I can tell you that from the very first play of this game, that wasn't gonna happen.
Well, they've kept Cheshire to only 8 2-point shots all game.
Cheshire incredible. 18 for 35 from the 3-point line.
It's mad, isn't it? 19 for 36, and
wow. Wow.
There's still 3 minutes to play.
It's not done, is it? It's still Cheshire. All the things that's happened here, it's still not done.
Taylor, well, he's trying to make it done.
That's a big one too. Just because Phoenix could get a little bit of momentum here. Credit to Jordan Taylor too, because he hasn't had the easiest shooting night.
Well, remember he came up big in the trophy final when it looked like London were buried. He got them back into it. Well, London taking some air out of the ball here, looking to run a bit of time maybe, as Morgan says no, we won't, we'll just hit 3 instead.
It's just remarkable he's able to get that off. He welcomes the contest there.
Under pressure, Rye with a rare 2-point shot.
Incredible finish there. Aaron Rye.
Backing down is Morgan. He's just got a little too much size. Another three goes up. That one doesn't go in. All for the offensive rebound, but it's knocked away from him. Cheshire fans screaming desperately for a foul, but it doesn't go. Morgan lobs it up to Sharma for the icing on the cake.
Wow. Well, it's finally, Dan, it's took the last minute of the game for the pace to slow down, because boy has this been electrifying from start to finish.
Well, Greg Wild underneath will get himself a nice easy score. And the fans enjoying that. London making a few changes for the last minute or so, 44 seconds to be precise. Well, 19 made three-pointers for Cheshire, and their fans on their feet enjoying the performance that their team has given, and they're all on their feet to show their appreciation for their team. They've gone toe-to-toe with London. They haven't managed to see it over the line, but boy, London know they've been in a game. Well, if they do meet at the O2, get your popcorn out, I would suggest.
I think so. It's such a thrilling matchup between these two clubs. We've seen another one.
And Wild overcooks it, and that will do it for this one. Well, Sharma out and running. They could have just held on to the ball.
They should have just held on to the ball.
Do that. Wouldn't have even got an 8-second violation. There were only 7 seconds left.
Well, I'm surprised there's not a timeout being called here now. We've seen it before.
Could have done that, couldn't he? Shargwar's going to heave it. Not quite the 20th, which would have matched the most threes in a game this season if that had gone in. But Petr Božič and his London Lions with the victory here, 92-105. But this game was right in the balance all the way through. There was a lot of edge to this contest. But the London Lions have claimed the victory, and with that have equaled the record for most wins in a league campaign in the British Basketball League. That their 33rd win, 33-3 they finish. And a remarkable, oh, there's a little chatter going on out there again. There's a little something going on. And people are having to be separated. And again, well, this is not what we want to see at the end of the game, is it?
No, it's not.
As I say, if they do meet again, all of this is going to be in the memory banks, that's for sure. The other thing is, you can only get yourself in trouble in a situation like this. Something happens, you might end up getting a suspension for a playoff game, and you can ill afford that. So cooler heads need to prevail. And I think they finally have.
Well, Dan, we've all been understandably excited about the playoffs coming around the corner, and what I've watched this last weekend of regular season, I don't want the regular season to end. No. It's been absolutely incredible. Yeah. We've seen so many things happen that us as quoted certain experts, you know, we've seen Manchester triumph, Plymouth defiant performances. It's been the drama mixed in with this one to the very final day of the regular season. You had two teams today that wanted nothing but to make sure that they won their last game of the season. But the tension, even now, the final whistle has gone, and you can't help but sense there's a unfinished business between these two teams.
Well, there certainly is. Well, London have made their way off to the locker room, so that's our player of the game. In all of that, we didn't do player of the game. He's gone now.
Apologies. I thought Matt Morgan was excellent today, and he made big plays. Of course, 30 points, incredibly impressive, but he did it off 15 shooting, 10 for 15 from the floor, and I think someone like Matt Morgan as well. All of the chaos of madness that's going around him, he just remains true to the goal, and that's to do what he needs to do to win the basketball game, and he did that in true professional form today.
Well, the Knicks fans have welcomed their players back out onto court to celebrate a second-place finish in the championship. And a really good season as far as they're concerned, obviously the trophy as well. We can get some reaction now. Coach Božić from the London Lions joins us. First of all, Petar, congratulations on the win today. 33 wins through the season, ties the all-time record in the British Basketball League. A tremendous achievement for you guys.
Yes, you're right. Thank you for this. And when we combine that with the Euro Cup, that was also outstanding. So far, we can be very happy. Thank you.
Coach Božić, Ant Rowe here. You know, this game had everything. Probably for you, probably more stressful than usual, but it had the intensity, it had the matchups there. You chose to start a different lineup in the second half, which really did put a big third quarter for you. What was your thought process behind that, and how did you see that working out?
I mean, definitely our defense in the second quarter wasn't exist. Opponent hit some easy threes at the beginning, but then after that, they made some tough ones as well. I think we pick up defensively in the third quarter, and that's what resulted with getting back in control.
And a lot of edge to the game. Obviously, two teams with a little bit of history this season. You might be seeing them again in the playoff finals. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see that. What about you?
It's a part of the basketball, the edge, what you're saying, and we'll see. First, hopefully we're going to make it to the finals, and we'll see who's going to be opponent. We are thinking about our first opponent in a first-round playoff, and then we'll think about after that. But this edge, it is a part of the basketball, could be controlled. You know, luckily nothing escalated.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us. A tremendous regular season. Good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you. Likewise. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. And Coach Božić has played in a few Belgrade derbies. He knows a bit more about edge than we've seen today. That's for sure. But Cheshire doing what they did, 19 of 39 from the three-point range. When we said if you're going to play London, you're going to beat London, you have to keep scoring. And, you know, pretty much 35 minutes they did.
It was incredible, Dan. The nature of some of those shots as well. Yes, they got their broken down plays and they got their open shots, but you know, some of them were just heroic-esque. You know, big boy pants on shots. You know, they were excellent, and you can just see from the very first quarter as well that London Lions wanted to turn up the intensity, and they did in that third quarter, as Coach Božić just described to us. But you know, Cheshire Phoenix just didn't go away. They never died as well. And there's some points in that game where you thought, uh-oh, there's a 20-point win here for London Lions looming, and Cheshire Phoenix responded.
Well, let's have a look at all of the results this week, the final week of the British Basketball League regular season. And London continue their winning run, beating Surrey in the first game and Cheshire in the last. And then we had the chaos in between, didn't we? Newcastle winning at home against Cheshire. Caledonia keeping the pressure up but not quite getting over the line. They did beat Bristol on Friday night. Manchester, what a finish to the season they had, beating Leicester away on Friday and backing it up with a victory over the over the Newcastle Eagles on Saturday. Sheffield needed overtime to see off Plymouth, and then today we've had two games. Leicester seeing it through 94-88 and London winning here. And let's have a look at the standings as they finish. London are top, equaling the record for most wins in a season. Cheshire with their highest finish since they won the league in 2005. Caledonia as well, top three finish for them. Sheffield on the last weekend of the season sneaking into fourth place. Leicester dropping to fifth. Newcastle finishing in sixth place. Bristol, they're down in seventh, and Surrey in the last playoff place. And Manchester avoiding last spot with their 2 wins. This is how it's going to line up for the playoffs in 2024 in the British Basketball League. Top seed against 8th seed. London take on Surrey. Cheshire against Bristol. Caledonia taking on Newcastle, and then the 4-5 matchup is Sheffield against the Leicester Riders. And this is how you can keep on top of all of the action if you're not at one of these games. Friday night, the first one is at 7:45. That is Caledonia against Newcastle Eagles, and then a triple header of action on Sunday. Get your double boxes up for this one. London against Surrey at 3:15, followed at 4 p.m. Sheffield against Leicester, and then finally at 6 p.m. we'll be right back here for Cheshire against Bristol. Well, some tasty matchups there, and we've had a pretty tasty final day of the season today.
I don't want it to end, Dan. No, let's keep it rolling. Let's play again. But no, there was incredible last weekend, and I think what it does is it certainly whets our appetite for the type of basketball that we're set to see in the playoffs. And as a former player, I can't describe it to you, but you just know it's do or die. So that just the level of intensity naturally goes up. So you know, I'm pretty intrigued by some of these matchups, and I'm excited to see how they play out.
Well, the regular season is done. The playoffs are upon us. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.